Bigfoot is a name known by many people. It refers to a large, hairy, ape-like creature. This creature is said to live in forests, mainly in North America. For decades, stories and sightings have captured public imagination. People wonder if Bigfoot is real or just a legend. The subject is popular and also very controversial in scientific circles. Many questions remain unanswered about this elusive being. Indigenous peoples have legends of similar wild men. These stories go back many generations. Modern interest grew a lot in the mid-20th century when large footprints were found. These prints sparked a wave of reports and investigations that continue today. Exploring the topic of Bigfoot means looking at different kinds of information. There are many personal stories from witnesses. Some physical traces like footprints have been found. We must examine all these things carefully. The goal is to provide a balanced look. It is a journey into a fascinating and enduring puzzle. One very common myth portrays Bigfoot as an aggressive creature. Many movies and popular stories show this. They depict Bigfoot as a dangerous monster that attacks humans without reason. This image makes people very scared. It suggests that any encounter with Bigfoot would be violent. This idea has become widespread in popular culture. This portrayal of Bigfoot as a fierce beast often serves to create drama. It makes for exciting campfire tales and thrilling movies. The myth suggests that Bigfoot actively hunts or stalks humans. It implies that the creature is territorial and hostile. If you enter its woods, you might be in great danger. This idea of constant aggression is a key part of the myth. It shapes how many people think about Bigfoot. The myth focuses only on the fear factor. This makes it hard to have a calm discussion. Real animals have complex behaviors and are not usually aggressive all the time. When we look at actual encounter reports, a different picture emerges. Many eyewitnesses do not describe aggressive behavior. Instead, they often report that the creature seemed curious or appeared startled, and quickly fled the scene. Some reports mention vocalizations or rock throwing. These actions could be warnings or attempts to scare humans away, not direct attacks. This suggests a more defensive or elusive nature, different from the aggressive monster myth. If Bigfoot were always aggressive, we would expect more evidence of attacks. However, such credible reports are extremely rare. Most encounters end with the creature disappearing. The people involved are usually left shaken but unharmed. This pattern does not support the idea of a consistently hostile animal. Some researchers suggest Bigfoot might be a shy, reclusive primate. Like other large primates, such as gorillas, they might be generally peaceful. Understanding this helps us move past fear and allows for a more objective look at the evidence for its existence. It is important to base our understanding on reported experiences. Section 4. Myth, the supernatural or magical Bigfoot. Another popular myth describes Bigfoot as a supernatural being. Some people believe it is not a creature of flesh and blood. Instead, they think it is a spirit or ghost. Others suggest it can appear and disappear at will. Some theories even say Bigfoot can become invisible. There are also ideas about it being an interdimensional traveler. This means it could come from another reality or dimension. These ideas move Bigfoot out of the realm of biology. This supernatural view often arises from strange aspects of some encounters. For example, some witnesses report the creature vanishing suddenly. They say it disappeared in ways that seem impossible for a physical animal. Others describe unusual lights or sounds associated with sightings. Sometimes footprints are found that end abruptly. These puzzling details lead some to look for non-physical explanations. The idea of a magical Bigfoot can seem to explain these oddities. The belief in a supernatural Bigfoot also connects to some Native American legends. Some traditions describe these beings as spiritual guardians of the forest. They are said to possess special powers. While these cultural beliefs are rich and important, they are different from a scientific search. Science looks for a biological animal. Section 5. Reality check Bigfoot as a potential primate. Most scientists who are open to Bigfoot's existence approach it as a biological question. They are looking for an unknown species of primate. This means they expect it to be a flesh and blood animal. It would be subject to the laws of nature, just like any other creature. This perspective focuses on finding physical evidence. This includes things like bones, teeth, hair, or scat. It also includes clear photographs or videos. The goal is to study it as a living organism. If Bigfoot is a real animal, it would need to meet basic biological needs. It would need food, water, and shelter. It would reproduce and have populations. These populations would need a habitat large enough to support them. Researchers consider these factors. They look for Bigfoot in remote forest areas. These areas could provide the resources needed for a large primate to survive. The idea of an undiscovered large primate is not entirely impossible. New animal species are still being discovered. Some of these are quite large. The scientific approach requires strong proof. Therefore, the focus for many researchers is on Bigfoot as a potential undiscovered primate. This approach is grounded in science. Section 6. Tangible clues. Footprints, samples, and sounds. One of the most common forms of physical evidence for Bigfoot is footprints. Thousands of alleged Bigfoot tracks have been found and documented. These prints are often very large, much bigger than a human foot. They can range from 12 to over 20 inches long. Many show features that seem consistent with a large, heavy bipedal animal. Some prints show details like dermal ridges, which are like fingerprints on the sole of the foot. These details are hard to fake convincingly. Some show a flexible midfoot region. This is different from the rigid, arched foot of a human. It is more similar to the feet of other apes, which have more flexibility. This anatomical detail is significant. It suggests a foot structure adapted for walking on uneven forest terrain. Faking such details consistently across many tracks would be very difficult. Besides footprints, there are also occasional samples of hair and scat. Hair samples attributed to Bigfoot have been collected from various locations. DNA analysis of these hairs has often been challenging. Sometimes the DNA matches known animals like bears, deer, or dogs. In other cases, the DNA is human. Sometimes results are inconclusive or show unknown primate sequences. Audio recordings of strange vocalizations are another type of evidence. People in remote areas have recorded loud howls, screams, and whistles. Section 7. Conclusion. Weighing evidence and future research. The topic of Bigfoot remains a fascinating puzzle. We have explored common myths. One myth is that Bigfoot is always an aggressive monster. Another is that it is a supernatural being. When we check these myths, a different picture can emerge. Many eyewitness reports suggest a shy, elusive creature, not an aggressive one. The scientific search focuses on Bigfoot as a potential undiscovered primate. This means looking for it as a biological animal, not a spirit. This approach requires careful study. The physical evidence, such as footprints, is compelling for some researchers. Casts of tracks often show consistent anatomical features. These features suggest a large bipedal primate. Some prints even show details like dermal ridges. Hair samples and audio recordings add more pieces to the puzzle. However, definitive proof, like a body or clear undeniable DNA, is still missing. This is why Bigfoot remains controversial. Science needs strong, repeatable evidence. The search continues for that evidence. The mystery endures, and dedicated individuals will continue to seek answers in the vast wildernesses where this creature is said to roam.